Welcome to another episode, everyone. Okay, let's get right into it. Poetik Flakko got smashed, crashed, cooked by this individual here, Jew Almighty. This is my guy here, Jew Almighty. I watch his YouTube channel sometimes. Him and Poetik Flakko are live. They're having a debate. They're going back and forth because Jew Almighty did a video on Point and Shoot Forever's video about Poetik Flakko grifting off of the black community and supporting YT supremacy, supporting Donald Trump, supporting Nick Fuentes, supporting the Proud Boys, and disparaging the black community, saying that he hates ninjas, he hates that he hopes ninjas die, that he hates hip hop, he hates everything black. And now, of course, Poetik Flakko has changed his tune and is supporting black people, supporting Nolan Wells and this and that. And so apparently Poetik Flakko saw Jew Almighty's video where he called Poetik Flakko out a couple of days ago. Apparently Poetik Flakko contacted Jew Almighty and said, man, let's talk about it because it's out there on Poetik Flakko now with individuals, bigger creators coming down on Poetik Flakko for grifting off of the black community. So Poetik Flakko perhaps is trying to save his stance here on YouTube, save his audience, save his channel, because this is a big channel. And not that it's just going to go away, but it may not be as big as it's been if people think that he's this sort of grifter. So Poetik Flakko probably said, well, let me stop the damage. Let me stop the bleeding and come out and make a statement about this. So they get into it. And this is Jew Almighty. Go check him out, man. He be on his stuff. Good dude. I'll be watching him sometimes. Jew Almighty.
Yeah, facts. Nah, I think we're live.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're live, man. Yo, like this is like 4K. I fuck with this angle. You feel me?
The quality is definitely different. All right, so we live chat. What's up? I know y'all been in here waiting. I appreciate y'all for
Yeah, because we moved it up, so that's my fault. So I don't want for me, you feel me, right? Like we moved it up from it's supposed to be 10, but we like moved it up to.
Hold on,
what's
Flakko.
up?
I'm getting an echo.
Oh, Whirly?
My bad. I was getting an echo. Yeah. Like Flakko was saying, we moved it up. It was supposed to be 10.
Yeah.
Appreciate the schedule shift. Appreciate everybody for being here. Chat, y'all go ahead, have your conversation. We're going to kick this off. What I want to do is just basically set the stage from jump, from where this whole thing started, from my role in it. I think it was Saturday. I saw a video came on my feed from Doku D. Shout out to him. I mentioned him in the initial video. That video
I'm not familiar, Yeah,
he's a smaller creator. No disrespect.
Okay.
We all started off small.
Facts.
But he made
We're
a
all
really
to be
good
honest.
video. Correct. He made a really good video just addressing from him. He said he became a fan and a sub to your channel during the Chud the Builder saga, like a bunch of people did. And he saw, I think it was 2 videos by Point and Shoot, which addressed a lot of anti-blackness, a lot of disrespect to the black community, a lot of glazing white supremacy and Trump and Nick Fuentes and the Proud Boys and all of that. He didn't include all of that in his video, but he just kind of addressed it on a surface level, which made me then do a deeper dive into the Point and Shoot videos, which I'm gonna just be honest with you, as a black American that loves black people, that's raising black babies, that love black women, was very disturbing to see you just blatantly disrespect black people in the black community. I mean, it was kind of like egregious. You talk shit about the black community. You refer to us as Negroes nonstop, which is crazy because I haven't heard Negroes since white people was yelling that shit in the 1960s. You wish death on black people nonstop. You said you hate niggas. You were glazing a racist white dude that was saying the N-word and saying he's the realest white boy ever.
Nick Fuentes or
no, not Nick Fuentes. It's crazy. There's 2 of them, but not Nick Fuentes. It was another white guy. I can show you the clip. And then it was, it goes on. You wrote in a comment section calling black people pookies and talking about us standing in welfare lines and Section 8 lines, just straight anti-black disrespect, which again is disturbing for a lot of people that know you now, that see you now, and you're super pro-black, super supporting the black community against people like Officer Tatum and Candace Owens and all these people when you literally sounded like them 6 months, a year ago. It's very disturbing for a lot of people in my community and out there just in general. So I guess real quick, just to finish setting the stage.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I dropped a video based off what I saw from Doku D's video, from Point Shoot's video.
I seen the last video. Sorry. So no. Sorry. So sorry if I'm like a tad bit like kind of like behind. So I seen the last video, but I am aware of the narrative, right? So if you reference something from the first video, and like you feel
here we go with all the damn stuttering. Flakko, you ain't been doing all that stuttering on your channel. They said he had a stuttering problem with something before, but lately he been fine on his channel. He been pop. Now he just can't get a word out. Let's hear what you got to say, Flakko, in defense of this.
And like I'm like a tad bit like behind is I'm playing right is because I seen the second video, which is the last one, right?
Okay, I'll completely stay off the first video. So if we just go to the second video,
no, all
the same stuff.
Yeah.
So if we just go to the second video, right? My response, the second video I made, which I wasn't even going to make a second video, but the second video I made was in response to your apology, which in my opinion was a big ass non-apology. You addressed being a conservative. You apologized for people being offended by some vague things that they may have been offended by, but in fact, the criticisms of you, Flakko, were for you being anti-black, you shitting on the black community, you aligning with white supremacists like Nick Fuentes, Trump, the fucking Proud Boys, you glazing Trump, who is the most unlike president in modern American history, which makes it look even crazier because it seems like you switched up when it stopped being cool to be MAGA.
Well, no, because in so just a clip actually from 2024, right? When I left LA and then came back while Trump was running against Kamala, and there's clips of me on like Don't Jumper News where I'm saying I'm voting for Kamala, right? And this was like 2024, right? But bro, so that one, and then. Oh my God! And then the second one, which is like with the death of porn rappers. So again, like the specific people that I wish death upon, I think it was Future, it was the street rappers, and the reason why I took a stance that harsh was because my thought process was these people are leading our youth to a graveyard or jail. So my thought process was again, and it might have been harsh as well, was. I'm wishing the exact same thing upon them that they're causing to other black men and to our youth, right? Now, I do understand, like, out of context, like, that might be harsh, right? But that was my mindset, you feel me, right? With like Nick Fuentes, bro, listen, bro, again, I completely dropped the ball. The Nick Fuentes stuff, I think, was like 2022, 2023, right?
Okay, wait. So if the Nick Fuentes was in 2022, 2023, you said in your apology video that your wake-up call was the rise of white supremacy and white Christian nationalism.
Of course.
What's the timeline of that? Because 2023 and 2022, Nick Fuentes came out in 2017.
Of course.
The Groypers was out in 2017. The fucking insurrection, January 6th, was 2021.
Of course.
Stephen Miller got exposed for having white supremacist emails on his server or database in 2015, 2016. And that expose came out in 2019, which means you were fully aware that white supremacy was on the rise, that white nationalism was on the rise.
No, right? But, right? And that's where I take accountability to my brother, was again, bro, like, even if you watch that, like, if you watch that Nick Fuentes stuff, like, you can clearly hear.
That's why I take account to my brother. Now he's your brother, huh? Yeah, we seen that. I covered that point and shoot video, a few days ago. Shout out to point and shoot. He's on top of a lot of this stuff where he exposed Poetik Flakko's grifting. He made it clear. He showed clips of Poetik Flakko supporting Donald Trump, wishing death on the black community, wishing death on individuals in the black community, black people that are in the black community. Not the whole entire black community. As he said, future hip-hop individuals, gang members he despises. He's not trying to help them get out of these situations, but he says a lot about them. He's been despising gang members, particularly gang members in Los Angeles, California for some time now. And he's just being called out on it. Point and Shoot did that video, and people they see the grift in real time, because now we see Poetik Flakko again supporting the black community, supporting Nolan Wells, calling out Officer Tatum and Candace Owens, and calling out Trump even now. But he, like a lot of individuals are now calling out Trump, the same ones who voted for Trump. And no, we're just trying to being exploited. We're not gonna tolerate this in the black community. Either you're with us or you're not. You're one of us or you're not. Who you show yourself to be is who you really are. I mean, I don't think that's something that you can. I don't think that you all of a sudden you can't all of a sudden become pro-black. Either that's something that's in your soul or it's not there. And so if you were showing signs before that was not in your soul, then it's still not in your soul.
Again, bro, I was completely uneducated, ain't really know what's going on. With the Nick Fuentes stuff, again, I dropped the ball completely because, again, I heard about Nick Fuentes, I think in 2022 when he did I think Abba and Preach, when he did Fresh and Fit, and during that interview, right? I asked those questions of, hey, are you racist? Hey, do you say the N-word, blah, blah, right? And he did a very great job at evading and concealing his intentions. I dropped the ball. I should have been, again, more educated. I didn't know who Stephen Miller was in 2019. Again, there's no excuse. I dropped the ball and I was wrong. I was uneducated about a bunch of this shit, my brother, right? And that's on me for speaking on shit that I was unaware of, right? I dropped the ball, right? And I do apologize for that. But right hand of God, I did not know who Stephen Miller was in 2019. I heard about in Nick Fuentes when he did the whole with the Alba and Preach with the Aiden Ross with that whole little
yeah, well, you shouldn't have been speaking on it if you knew nothing about it, because this YT supremacy stuff is extremely serious here in the country, and black people are losing their lives all over the country and have been for generations. And if you don't know what you're talking about, then yeah, you absolutely should not be talking about it. Certainly not supporting and glazing a YT supremacist like Nick Fuentes. It's inexcusable. And Stephen Miller and Donald Trump, he's a white supremacist too.
I think circuit, right? So again, that's my fault for speaking on shit that I was uneducated of. But again, bro, sincerely, they didn't know who these people was in 2019 or 2022.
So the problem for a lot of people,
yeah, of course, is
these people. I'm just going to speak specifically about Nick Fuentes. I can talk specifically about Nick Fuentes. He has been attacking the black community and shitting on the black community since his arrival in 2017. You can literally just put in Nick Fuentes' name on Twitter in 2 seconds, and his video will come up of him telling white people to avoid black people at all costs, and white people have every justification to be racist against us. So it's hard for anybody to believe that you were unaware of who these people were. But even if we take that at face value.
Wait, right? Sorry. Bro, and during that interview, right, bro, again, I'll take my L. I tried. He ran circles around me. He ran circles around us. I genuinely tried to pin him on these things. And
no, man, you didn't try. You didn't try to pin him on shit. You didn't try hard enough, Poetik Flakko. You asked, I remember Nick Fuentes, if he was for reparations. And of course, he said, no, he's not for reparations for black people. And then Poetik Flakko pointed to AD or someone who was sitting right there and said, well, you answer that. I'm not FBA. I'm not Foundational Black American, so I'm not going to get any coins anyway. I'm not going to get a check. Even if black people receive reparations, I would not be one of the ones receiving it. So I have no dog in the fight, so I don't care. Basically, you answer the question. So you had a chance right there when Nick Fuentes says that he does not support reparations to hold his feet to the fire and get down to the bottom of why he does not support reparations. It's only because of YT supremacy. Any white person that does not support reparations is a YT supremacist. And you could have got to the bottom of his ideology then, but you didn't.
And he ran circles around us, right? And he even and there was an audio that dropped, I think yesterday or so, right? Where and he said, yo, I conceal certain opinions of mine to try to blend into like the mainstream more, right? And we went for it. We came in unprepared, and he ran circles around us. But if you watch that full-length interview, bro, I did try to ask like about those things. And at every turn, he was lying, being deceptive. Now looking back, he was lying, being deceptive, and damn near denied everything, right? So trust me, my brother. Again,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't deny anything. I did not see the whole interview. I did see a clip of that interview with Poetik, Flakko, and Nick Fuentes. He did not deny being a racist. And nevertheless, he can deny all that he wants to deny. Flakko, you are a grown man. And you don't have to be educated in American history, black history, white history to understand racism or to reject it, to confront it, to deal with it, to speak out against it. You did nothing. As Jew Almighty said, you were sitting there glazing. Instead, you were glazing this individual instead of doing anything about his hatred, man. And you sitting here admitting, to make your mea culpa look believable, that this individual ran circles around you. Nick Fuentes ran. Who is he? Just an extremist. How does he run circles around you? I'll never let these individuals run circles around me. I'm going to end the conversation quickly every time. I know how to end the conversation quickly all the time with white supremacist people. Quickly. I'm just going to point out a few things that they've done in their history and shut them out. It doesn't compare to anything me and my people have done, you sick-ass bastards.
I understand. I was wrong 1,000%, right?
Yeah.
Again, bro, like there's no excuse and there's nothing that I could give right now to justify that, right?
Right.
All I can say, brother, is brother, I had my wake-up call.
When?
I realized my faults and I try to do better at some point. But that's no excuse for that era. Cause again, bro, I was drastically uneducated. Watch the whole, watch the full shit. And you will see me ask those questions and him run laps, you know?
Okay, so
yeah, man, being uneducated again, man, it's not an excuse. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect with my content. So, I don't want to come down too hard on Poetik Flakko about, his past exploits because my past may not be the great with my content. Someone can probably point out some inconsistencies about something that I've said or done, because you grow as a human being and your content grows with you. I'm not the same person today that I was 2 years ago. So a video I did 2 years ago, it may be different. My whole vocabulary may be different if I did the video today. My whole outlook may be different. When I did the video 2 years ago, I may have been saying, I punched this dude in the face. But today I do the video and you may hear me saying, man, yeah, I'm just going to talk it out with him. Because that was 2 years ago. I'm 2 years older now. I've grown since then. I'm not the same person today that I was 2 years ago. And so I understand that. Your content grows with you as a person. So you may have a different stance today than you had 2 years ago because you have a different stance in your personal life today than you had 2 years ago because you have now evolved 2 years later. So, and when you're doing content and you evolve and change your beliefs or stance on certain things, then yeah, people are going to see that as a grift. When in fact, it's just you evolving as a human being. So there's that. But what he did, Poetik Flakko, is not him evolving, it's him grifting. I mean, because he was staunchly against black progress, black excellence, and him being against gang members is one thing. That's okay, because these individuals are destructive in the community. But wishing death upon rappers, calling us the N-word, talking about we food stamps, dirty, busted, broke, supporting Donald Trump, glazing Nick Fuentes. See, this is what I hate about these type of dudes. They kiss the ass of these people, but then disparage us. Nick Fuentes understand that racist people they're just the same as murderers. because their hatred, their rhetoric gets people murdered. It does. They're promoting murder when they promote racism. So this individual, Nick Fuentes, is no better than a gang member who is involved in destructive practices in the community, that is involved in murder, mayhem, drugs, etc. But because this is what he wants. So you will disparage this group of individuals who partake in this, but will not disparage Nick Fuentes, who partakes in hatred, which causes destruction in community.
If that's the case with the white supremacy, you had to be aware of who the Proud Boys were. Because they did the whole Charlottesville thing, 2020, something like that. You had to be aware of who the Proud Boys were, that they are fully anti-black. They're just a different version of neo-Nazis in the KKK. And you said you support them and you fuck with them because they don't hide their politics, which is insane to say. That's like saying, yeah, I fuck with the KKK because they wear their sheets in public.
Yeah. No, right. And again, man, and that's the uneducated, naive version, right? It's like when people say, yo, I fuck with Trump because he is a known racist who makes it be known, right? It's like kind of like you feel me? It's like it's like
bootlicking is what it's like. It's like these Uncle Toms making excuses to support these racists. And because you say, well, you know, at least he's upfront with his racism. At least I know where he stands. But that's your reason for messing with him? That's an excuse. He's still racist. Just because he's letting you know it, he still hates you and hates your people. That's what he's letting you know. So because he tells you to your face that he hates you and hates your people, instead of behind your back, you can rock with him. No, I don't want to rock with anyone who hates me and my people, whether it's overt or covert, whether you hate me openly or behind closed doors. I don't want anything to do with you and your hatred. Not because you're upfront with your hatred, so I'm okay with it because you let me know that you hate me. No, you hate me. I don't like it. F you too.
Devil that you know is better than right? Again, that's me being naive and saying, yo, these people are open and proud with their racism. I prefer this type and over this. But again, that's the naive me. Not fully understanding like what that entails and what that means. And again, and that was a fucked up thing to say. And I was 1,000% wrong. Bro, listen, bro, like I'm not running away from my personal accountability.
If you're not running away from your personal accountability, then why didn't you address that in your apology video, your non-apology video where you didn't apologize for shit for real? You literally turned the conversation from genuine criticism about the things you could have addressed, which was super disappointing to most people. For anybody that still has faith in you,
of course,
you turned it from that to make it a whole conversation about conservatism when the criticism was never about you being a conservative or any other black person being a conservative. For the record,
of course.
Nobody conservative, nobody black that's a conservative is anti-black. I get people may not agree with conservatism with black people, but that's like 20% of the black population. It's not a rarity to know black conservatives. So that's never the criticism. The criticism is aligning with Trump, glazing Trump the way you did. You literally, in the video I used, you literally were smiling from ear to ear, glazing him while he was disrespectful to black journalists. What was her name? Rachel Scott, I think. While he was disrespecting her on stage at a black event.
Yeah, right, facts. So here, right, so let me address the first thing you said. You said like with the apology, right? So look, so I didn't see your first initial video, right? Where again, I'm sure you probably like put like and like all those clips in. So in my apology, I think I said, yo, I'm responding back to there was a few comments in my comment section and in like my live, right, where they say, yo, Flakko, we discovered your like conservative patch like that. So that's what I was responding to. I didn't really get like a chance to see the full complaint before responding. I was responding back to like my chat saying, yo, we found this conservative pass and this conservative pass. And I said, oh shit, fuck, cool. Let me just first address why I was conservative at some point, right, bro? If I had the opportunity to watch, I guess, like, you feel me, and all the complaints and like all the videos, I would, right? I would have probably addressed them like specifically, and you feel me? But like, I never had the opportunity to watch your first video and the rest, right? Because again, like, I tend to avoid videos, right, where like I feel like, you feel me, like it's a hit piece, right? So I didn't really see like the full complaint or the full things that they were like talking about, but I tried to respond back to like my chat. And again, if I dropped the ball in that regard, I do apologize, right? But bruh, I'm fully sorry for anything that was considered anti-black. That was not my personal intentions. You feel me, right? At that time, bro, again, I truly felt like I meant well. I truly felt like I had the answers when, bro, I don't got the answers, right? I didn't have the answers, right? And clearly me looking back, right, if I watched and everything I said, I'm sure I wouldn't agree with that era of my life. So, bro, you're 100% right. You feel me, right? Again, it's probably like a best practice to watch the full thing, watch all the complaints, and then respond to them and like individually, but I didn't see those videos. So I didn't quite like have anything to quite like go off of. I was just responding back to my audience saying, yo, we found this conservative path, respond to it, right? And then you feel me? I came online, I think like 30 minutes later after seeing, you feel me, those comments and like responded back. But all the shit, bro, that you just said, again, I 100% apologize for.
So,
okay, I mean, Flakko is being held to the fire right there, as we can see. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna cover another part of this. It's been going on for a while. I don't want to hold you forever. They go on for 2 hours. That's only 15 minutes of it. They go on for an hour and 51 minutes, and that's 15 minutes of it. So they have a whole long way to go about this conversation that they're over there having. And I'm gonna check out some more of it and bring you another clip of it. I want to do that. I'll just do it myself, whatever views it get. But I want to see what else Flakko has to say. We can see he's pretty much going along the same lines. My bad. I'm sorry. I was uneducated at that time. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one. At least he is admitting that he was wrong. I don't know what else he can really do in this point. What you gonna do? Hold on and say I wasn't wrong? That's how. I mean, that's not gonna go over well. You pretty much got to throw yourself on the sword and say, man, my bad. Especially now that you coming out saying you really this, and you was just saying you were that. Then you can't come out and still trying to play tough about it. It looks like he's trying to save, his image, save some of his views or whatever, because he is being criticized for this grift, for disparaging the black community for some time. I mean, riding with Candace Owens and the Officer Tatums of the world, and then now he's against them. So he's receiving. That's like Officer Tatum all of a sudden coming and saying that he supports the black community. It's like, what the hell? So I don't know. Should he be forgiven? Are we all just imperfect, or is he just a sellout that should be kicked out of the community? Let me know what you all think in the comments. Are you believing his apology? That he was just uneducated, that he tried to hold Nick Fuentes to the fire, but he ran circles around him, and he should have been speaking on it because he didn't know what he was speaking on. I mean, he admitted that, but is that enough? Or do you all still say, nah, he's just a sellout, bro. We don't want to hear what he got to say. I'm cool on him. Or do you forgive him and say, well, he made a mistake. He's admitted to it, and we need his support. He has a big platform, so if he's going to be supporting us now, bringing light to some of these issues, then cool. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah. As I said, I'll play another clip before the day is up and see what else they had to say. He went on for a while over there. But Poetik Flakko, under heat. Jew Almighty. Shout out to Jew Almighty. He's on his head. As we can see, he's not letting it go. Poetik Flakko, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. He hasn't once said, okay, well, we accept your apology. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense that you thought like that. Huh? Okay, it happens, And then he just letting them talk. He's not giving him a way out. He's not making him feel comfortable in it, like he's listening, like he's believing what he's saying, and he's going for what he's saying, and throwing him a rope, like, trying to help him dig his way out of it. No, you're going to dig yourself out of this. You speak for yourself on what you meant. I'm going to bring it to you. This is what it is. This is how I feel. You speak for yourself. I'm not about to help get you out of this mess. You clarify your position. So I appreciate that from Jew Almighty. He's not giving Flakko any rope. You know, no, you get yourself out of the situation. You got yourself in it, is what he's saying. Absolutely. So yeah, respect to Jew Almighty, man. You know, shout out to Poetik Flakko as well. None of us are perfect, but when it comes to the black stuff, I don't believe in that. I'll be serious about this, man. You know, I don't like the grifting in the black community because I feel like people be exploiting us and exporting it, taking our kindness for weakness. And there's too many people coming at us for our own people who's supposed to be our people coming at us, you know, aligning themselves with these individuals and then coming at and then want to come back over here with us. Man, hell no. Keep your ass over there. That's me, you know. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free. Woo.